So if you're a ninja or a calisthenics athlete, or you just like to hang on bars and swing around a lot, you might notice that your hands start to build up the skin on certain parts, like calluses, and after a while that skin just builds up and builds up and builds up. And when you have a big, hard part of your skin and you're swinging around, sometimes you get a hand rip. And it's seriously one of like the worst things that can happen, because it means you can't train for a few days and it hurts like crazy. So today I'm going to show you how I make this, which is just an inexpensive tool that I make myself and I use to sand down my calluses so they're not as big and hard and thick. For this project you need some PVC pipe. This is about 3/4 inch. You need some sandpaper, I have 120 grit, and you need some spray adhesive. And this is like spray on glue, and it coats it really evenly so you can put it on without big bumps. First thing we need to do is cut our PVC pipe. As you can see, I've already cut mine down to about 6 or 7 inches long. I find this works well for holding in my hand and sanding my hands down. Lay it down on the paper and draw a line so you can figure out exactly how long it is. Mine's that long. Now I'm going to measure and see how long it needs to be to roll around the whole PVC pipe. Fold it again. This square right here is exactly the size that I need. Right now I can either rip it or cut it. I think I'm gonna cut it. If you use scissors, the sandpaper might mess them up, so I'm using these wire snips. They're not the most accurate, but it should do the job. Okay, let's make sure that this fits. Yeah, pretty good. Now we're gonna spray the back of the sandpaper with a spray adhesive as well as the PVC pipe. This spray adhesive stuff is really nasty, so don't spray it in your house. Go outside to an area where you can spray it over stuff that you don't really care about. Let it dry for about 10 seconds. And then carefully roll it onto your PVC pipe. And there we go. You have a nice little hand sander that you can use to get off the big bumps on your hands so you don't rip when you lâcher. Total cost was about, I don't know, $1 or something. So sometimes I'll file my hands down here and sometimes here. And occasionally, like here. Yeah. Ninjas have kind of ugly, tough hands, but that's what you gotta do when you wanna swing from bars and grab cliffhangers and do all sorts of weird things like that. When you use this, don't go crazy and sand your hands down so they're nice and soft and like a baby's hands, because then it's gonna hurt when you swing on things. So you don't want it to be super hard, and you also don't want to have really, really soft hands. So you have to get kind of a happy medium where they're tough but not super, super hard.